Hello everyone, it's been a few days since my last episode and I did a lot of offline work. One of the things is this amazing zombified piglin farm that yields me so much gold and experience, it's insane. I have a pickup system also down here that should pick things up, but it's all clogged up at the moment. And there is literally so much gold and things that I don't even know. Let's kill them one more time. Then pick up most of the things. And then get out of there. I also have a switch that can turn the spawner on and off. That's wired to the spawner. And up there it's a spawner room. Basically in the middle we just have monsters flowing down. And I drop them down again here at the end because that gets them out of the spawner range, so the spawner can spawn new ones, because I first thought I will be killing him here, but yeah, it was too close to the spawner, sadly. And yeah, here is a random anvil because I was applying enchantments. Now if you go upstairs, I can quickly show you guys. Yeah, there is the redstone that comes all the way up, and then yeah, sometimes monsters spawn in here. I need to do something about this still. But yeah, there is a spawner, and if we check, it's fully upgraded with minimum spawn delay and maximum spawn delay to 20 and spawn count to 16. So we also have another spawner like that on this side, which is for skeletons, but it's not as upgraded yet. Like the min spawn delay was brought down, but I would need around 78 clocks, I think. But I just grinded a whole bunch of gold, which means we can probably craft 78 clocks. Let's make a stack. And then that's 8. That should be 78 clocks. Easy. And we have a lot of gold left. I'm kinda running low on iron. So yeah, I will have to AFK my mob farm at some point. I mean my iron farm. But yeah, it should be enough for this episode at least. And bones, we are doing quite good. But yeah, we will upgrade the farm right now anyway. Just so we get a lot of skeletons when the time comes that we need them. Okay, so we have the spawn delays to minimum. Now what we want is increase spawn count. And to do that, you need... it's a bit tricky getting out of here. For that you need 12 fermented spider eyes. And if we check, we don't have 10 spider eyes. This is, however, fairly easily solvable. Let me show you. I have a very temporary spawner set up in this area out here. That is also upgraded to ignore light levels and whatnot, the same as the ones above. So if you turn this on not too long, and we should be getting some spawners. Some spiders, I mean. And yeah, we just killed 3 spiders and we just got 7 spider eyes. So I'd say it's fairly fast. So now what I need to do is do this and then get some sugar. And then get some mushrooms, I think, are the last thing that you need. And do 12 fermented spider eyes. Done. And now we can go back up and upgrade the second spawner. Yeah, I incorporated all of the farms inside the tree. And from this angle, they are not really all that visible. But yeah, if you walk further away from the tree, you can kinda see them. I will show you that in a moment. Yeah, climbing out of here is a bit tricky sometimes. I'm thinking about changing some of these slabs, like to bring the slab one lower perhaps. That's too low though, not what I wanted. Like here. Maybe let's do that quickly just so. Oh my god, why did you keep placing it like that? Ah! This is just going awful now at this point. Do this. Let's go up here, I guess, the one that's already fixed. Top half. And this one, by like oak, I think I have that. Yeah. Do this. And just replace it so it looks like it should. Then yeah, let's also do this one. I'll remove this by hand, just so you don't get weird placements again. Okay, so now let's get back up and upgrade that skeleton spawner. To also be spawning a lot of monsters. I need to kinda step in here and then you just press it a few times. Now this thing is pretty much as upgraded as we would want it to be. Now the second thing, however, is the area below that wasn't created here yet. So what we need to do is right next to here, we need to mine this one out. And then we basically need to create a room that is like 5 deep. And then just do the walls out of, I guess, yeah, oak wood. So if we check, we should have a bunch of oak. So let's do this. And then we also go down here. And we need to put the stair, it seems like, on the outer wall. So like there. This should allow me to put this below though, but it doesn't want to work. So let's get some ladders that I think I'm pretty much out. So let's craft some ladders. I think I need to do this. Two craft should be enough. I think even one craft would be enough. So I'll just jump down here and do my best to connect this one up. The idea is that the room is like 3 deep here, but the back of this should actually go to 4, I think. The reason for this is that I think I need to remove this piece here. The reason for this is that back here I think we would have some hoppers and whatnot. So yeah, we do it like this, and then we do an additional 3 out here. I remember it correctly. So yeah, here is the hoppers, this crafting table. There is a torch on the opposite side, and then these slabs and this. Okay, I think we can do that. So if you go back down here, this actually need to be extended by 1. So like this. And then all the way up. And then right here is where we want 2 white space for the monsters to sit on. And then right behind that is where we will put this thing in. Like a wall of sorts. And then also this back wall should be replaced, including this tree. The trees, you need to hold down the shift key if you don't want to destroy the whole tree. It's a useful thing, I guess, to know. Then I think I need a torch right here. And for now, all of this will float though, because I need signs. I think I need 3 signs, and I need oak trapdoors. I think also 3. Even though I would like some more spruce trapdoors, but I don't know how good we are on the spruce wood. We may not have enough. But for now, let's just dig this out, which will actually flood it. But that's fine for now. Because now we will place this here, and then on the other side we will do signs. And then we need some more signs actually to put them on this wall. Yeah. So this is now the drop chute, this is now the water, and this blocks it, and they float to here, and then they all drop down here. And now right here we need to get some slabs going. I just craft a few. And if I remember correctly, I always do the top slab. And then here we need 3 more things. So let's search for barrels. There is no barrels, so let's quickly craft 3 barrels and just place them down here. Then I'll take some iron and some chests. I think I have chests. Don't really have chests. Okay, then let's craft a few chests quickly. One more. 3 hoppers. Let's go into the chest. And then we will want maybe a crafting table back here. And this could be filled in like so. Now the main thing that is missing is the trapdoors, but I kinda want to do the trapdoors out of a different resource, which is spruce. So let's take some spruce and let's take some bone meal. And let's do the thing. I'll just grow it somewhere close to here and chop it down quickly. Because we don't need that many and yeah. Okay. Picked a lot of this up. Dropped all of this back in. Converted that so we can get double spruce. Trapdoors. Or did I actually craft triple? I don't know. Anyway, let's climb back up. Eventually this whole area will grow. And yeah, you will be able to climb up the vines easier. Also, I'm considering putting an elevator into the tree so you get up and down quicker, but yeah, for now, this should do. Okay, so if we go back to our skeleton area, we now make this. Basically, you place them on top, and then this will ensure that the drops can flow towards me. So now I just need 2 water buckets. Put one into each corner back there. And that should basically push the monsters and drop towards me and towards the hoppers here. And then if you go take a look, this should pretty much work. And you can also AFK down here because you're still close enough to the spawner, but you can also AFK here and like look into it. Now maybe we could go to the opposite side and quickly check how this farm actually looks inside. It's very simple. Basically, here on the top the spawner is built, then there is a room in which the monsters spawn. On each side the monsters get pushed towards the middle. The middle I replaced with packed ice over there though, because it pushes the monster faster, so I'll do the same here before I actually start spawning monster. There is a window to the outside, and there is a window also missing up here so the monsters can't get out. But yeah, that's basically how the room looks. It's basically the same except that here a spawner and some packed ice is missing. This thing we actually built together there, so yeah. Now let's try turning on the skeletons for a little bit. I think I should at some point also put some sign here too. Okay, that's zombie pigments, not what we are looking for. So the skeletons should be here. Yeah. I need to put some signs here saying skeleton spawner or something like that. We could do that right now actually. Just so I don't confuse it anymore. Skeleton spawner switch. Let's type that. Skeleton spawner switch. Great. And here we should write zombie fight piglin spawner switch. Good, so here we have zombie fight glint spawner switch, and that one is a skeleton spawner switch. Good. Now skeletons should be spawning, and they should be spawning fairly quickly. But for some weird reason, they don't spawn as fast as I would like. Okay, they're spawning now, that's good. That's quite good. And then they should stack here. For some weird reason they're trying to attack each other, which is not ideal. I would probably need to block this off or something so they stop. But yeah, I can kill them easily whenever I need arrows and bones, and I should be getting plenty. Like, a bunch should also go in there, I guess. So yeah, let's drop a bunch of this away. And then I will also disable it for now. And they can shoot you through here, which is not ideal. Maybe I'll need to build this off also somehow. Anyway. This is enough talk about the spawner, I think, because we already spent 20 minutes of this episode. And I kinda want to go through all of the things that I did in this one. Yeah, down there I have a little fishing area. I did some fishing to get some job XP. I leveled up a lot of the jobs. And yeah, let's just look at this, I guess. I increased my potion duration, I got this double jump and less fall damage, I got a chance to dig up minerals. This actually gives me some gold and iron. And I dig some glowstone. And I dig faster. I went high and just did everything for enchantments, because I did a lot of enchanting, which I will show you in a moment. This one, yeah, I didn't get any better drops. I think you need to actually use the job hoe to do it. This one, yeah, this is logical if I did mining. Hunter, I'm kinda leveling fast, but I don't know if I want to make the second best sword. I'm thinking of just going for the best sword, because otherwise I would have to upgrade later. And yeah, when I do this, I think I just want to do the best of the best swords, because my sword at the moment is also quite decent, which is level 75, I think, for the last one. Yeah, this better apples also doesn't work as it should, so don't bother getting it. And yeah, some haste. I didn't go for auto smelt yet, maybe at some point I will. And this one is very powerful because I can take enchantments from an item and put it to another item, in a way. I did some mining also in this hill, but nothing crazy. And I collected the spawners out of this house, and that's pretty much it for that area. Now if you go back to my house, you will see, first of all, the bamboo and sugarcane farms are now fully built and they grow insanely high, so if I need a little bit, it drops a lot. A rice farm is also fully planted. I don't know, maybe it was already in the previous one. And regarding farms, I added one little thing. Basically, I needed string because I was using some scaffolding while building and stuff like that. So I added a flax farm back here, and I actually regrowed this yesterday, so that's why it's currently not grown, because yeah, I harvested it. And then if you go to the next thing, the house. First of all, I added this little grasses into all of the spots like that are larger, so the deep slate isn't showing as much. I added those stairs, something similar also back there, so it's easier to get up to the door. Maybe I'll add some more things around here like benches and whatnot, but yeah, I think at least it looks a little bit better. I got my horse also in here. Maybe that was already in the previous episode. I'm not fully sure about that at this point. And then if I get into the house... Yeah, I got a dog. I tamed it and I brought him in and he just lays here now. The map is very buggy though for some reason, so... Yeah, it doesn't want to render properly. Here I got a trident, maybe I already got it previous time. I have some extra spawners that I'll put some custom spawn eggs in. And this is a better fishing rod that I used for fishing. Regarding spawners, the skeleton spawner I took from my previous skeleton farm and the zombie piglin spawner I took from the nether. So... Basically, long story short, I had the spawners already, I didn't need to create them. But I do have possibilities to create them at this point. Yeah. This is my enchanting setup. I did a lot of enchanting. There is some unbreaking that I should probably pull off and put on my armor because some of my armor pieces don't have unbreaking yet. So maybe we can do that. I can show you how. Basically, you take the items, you take some books. Also be careful, don't put 2 books in here at once, because then you will lose both books. I learned that yesterday. Okay, so you do this, and then we take this one that doesn't have it yet, and this one, and just put the unbreaking one so it will last longer. Okay. So yeah, I was spending a lot of time here and up at my grinder, and this is kind of how it looks through here. The thing where my farms are. We could maybe go up here and take a quick look how it looks from up above. So yeah, the farms, and then on the other side that's the farm. Now the idea is to have this tree as a farming tree. If I will need more spawners, maybe I'll put them into the second tree. Or I could also use the second tree as something else and have farms in here, and the second tree is maybe a villager trading area at some point. But on that note, yeah, this tree doesn't want to chop down properly, and it's quite annoying. I need to get rid of it at some point. Yeah, I also created this flask XP jar. The thing is basically you right click and you insert XP in there, and then you can shift right click to get it out. It's good if you die, that you don't lose the XP. Okay, now if you go back down, I have something else to show you. I did make a basement. And this is my basement, basically. If you noticed, I switched out some of these blocks already, so now here I mostly have blocks that help me with building better. And down here I have like processing and crafting and things blocks. Yeah. And here I have a smelting setup. I put some lava buckets in there, a bunch of items at the top, and they come out. And I also have a bunch of lava buckets. And there is a little secret to this base, which is this. And I think it looks quite sick. I also made some lava into the walls. And if you get down here, there is a whole bunch of lava in these cauldrons that I could probably take out again at this point. So yeah, that's how I farm my lava. You put the lava on top, then some block, then dripstone, and it drips into the cauldron, and yeah, that's how you pretty much have unlimited lava for the smelting. Also, I put a little bit of a storage here. I don't know if I will actually use it, but it looks good. And here I made a little enchantment area with a little bit of nether wart, and then yeah, just water to pick up and the enchanter. And here we actually have some what I like to call wine barrels. Yeah, also a special one here. And here it will be where we will go to the Mage's Tower eventually. Basically, this area here will feature a Mage Tower, and in the Mage Tower, oh my god, this actually looks sick, the tree with the farm. Because it's still like a lot of leaves, but then you see a little bit of stone in between, and it looks nice in the minimap. And yeah, the Mage Tower will basically be there to be our base for the Ars Nouveau stuff that I'm looking forward to getting into. And here we have just the composers. I moved them down to make some bone meal. Now you may be asking yourself, how did I get all of this awesome gear? Because I'm pretty much in full netherite, including tools and whatnot. So what I did, I was enchanting my iron armor and combining it. The enchantments are far from perfect. I will probably want to add a bunch or something to it. So that, yeah, I get like actually decent enchantments, but they are good enough for now. Then I pulled those enchantments to the books, like I just showed earlier, and then I applied that book on a diamond armor, and then I upgraded the diamond armor to netherite. The same with those. How I got netherite? Basically, this smelter's party bag has a chance to give you netherite, so I got a bunch of netherite ingots from there. I didn't mine from them because I think that would take a little bit long. So yeah, just open those smelters party bags, and sometimes you can get netherite in them, basically. Then another thing, you can't get mending with enchantments, so I had to find a villager, and I kept replacing his lectern, or lectern, basically the thing that creates the librarian villager, until he started selling mending books. And yeah, then there was a raid in that village, some villagers died, so I had to go to a different area where villagers are and do the same there. And yeah, I sold the villagers a bunch of carrots and potatoes and whatnot to get emeralds. And with those emeralds, I bought the mending books. So all of my armor has mending now. So if I put anything in my offhand, then while I fight the monsters, it repairs all of my armor, including the bow and also the fishing rod that I have above. Maybe I want to do like a second pickaxe at some point, because yeah, this one is Silk Touch. Maybe I want a Fortune one also to be on the netherite level, because at the moment my Fortune pickaxe is on iron level still, but yeah, at some point I can upgrade this. And the diamonds, yeah, I just did a bunch of strip mining and some I found in the chests around the world and things like that, basically. Then, if we check something else, basically the last thing that I want to show you in this video. I did a lot, and I honestly mean a lot of explorations. But yeah, I can't show you this in here because I did the explorations in the overworld, so let's check that one out quickly. Okay, so we're in the overworld. I'll just open up my map and let's check this. If we zoom out this area, we already explored. Previously, I additionally figured out that there is a mineshaft down there. That's where I got the spider spawner from. This skeleton grinder, it's not existing anymore, but I still have the waystone there because of the geode that's there if I need some amethyst. Because yeah, I moved the spawner inside. This villager breeder, we already said it doesn't work. Then the iron farm is still working fine. I should go AFK there a little bit, maybe after this video, so I get some more iron. And then the exploring took place down here. And all the way down here, I found an amazing looking pyramid, but it looked dangerous, so I didn't really go into it. And I found a bunch of lapis geodes, so we can go farm lapis if we ever need it. And then I also found this mushroom island. I didn't build too much on it. I was considering maybe putting the villager trading area onto that island because it's safe and the villagers can't die. So maybe at some point I'll bring a bunch of villagers down here and yeah, start a villager trading area on this island. But I was then also thinking that maybe I don't even need a villager trading area because yeah, I currently have my villagers on this boat. I drive there and I can trade them all of my farmables and buy the mending books and whatnot. But still, if I will want a lot of diamond tools and armor, which at some point I will, because I will need a lot of diamond and emerald, diamond and netherite armor to build like the special upgraded netherite ones, then I should still set up some villagers for that, I guess. And there is a few more villagers, and then if you continue over here, there is some more villagers up here. So maybe at some point villagers still make sense, but not for enchantments. For enchantments, I think I will just keep enchanting books, and then eventually create a library and put everything to the library, and then put those back on the book, and then apply it to the tool that I'll be using at the moment. But the villagers could still be useful for like the mending enchantment, and so diamond tools and armor, and also building blocks. Like you can get bookshelves from villagers, which is a good trade because we will need books for our enchanting things. And you can get glass and lapis and redstone and things like that also from the villagers. So eventually I still want a villager trading area set up, but it's not that urgent anymore. Then I also explored up here, and here I found a villager spawner, but I realized they don't drop anything good. And then I still continued up here, and then I found a bunch of bees here and a whole bunch of geodes, but I keep finding lapis and redstone geodes. If I found a diamond geode, that would mean that getting diamond tools from villager is not as necessary anymore. Then I wouldn't need those villager. I would only want like the glass villager and so on, but maybe brick villager. I'll see. If I find a diamond geode, then yeah, just means we need less villagers in the end. And yeah, here I found a big village. I put a waystone there. Maybe I want to do something with that village. Pretty it up. Maybe set up a villager trading area also here. Maybe. I mean, it would be easier. Here I would need to transport the monsters to the Mushroom Island. I mean the villagers, not monsters. But here the villagers are already there, so I would just need to like put them into separate houses or into one big house. Make it safe and then put... Yeah, basically reset their trades and get the proper trades going. So maybe this is also an area, so that's why I have it marked. And I have a second big village down here if this one wasn't enough. Like I could transport them maybe through the nether, maybe just with mine carts. That's like 500 blocks though, so not the shortest travel. Or I could set up something in between and transport them from both sides. Basically, there is a lot of villagers if I ever need them. And this is the village that I started the farming now, and I also almost completed a raid, but yeah, I couldn't find some monsters, so in the end it didn't complete it. So yeah, that's all of the plans with villagers. that still exist. But I think more importantly right now, my armor and weapons are pretty much maxed out until I go fight the dragon. Then I can upgrade them again. So maybe one of the goals should be to fight the dragon, basically. Which means we will need to do a lot of exploring and whatnot and find a bunch of the end eyes. And so on and so on. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Because that will allow us to upgrade our tools and armor and weapons and so on further. So let's write this down. Collect all of the end eyes. Kill the dragon. I think that's two big steps that we'll kinda need. I still need to continue exploration of the Twilight Forest, of the Nether. Also, there is some other dimensions that I didn't go to. Explore more different dimensions. And we have a bunch of farms. Maybe we will need to add some. But we should also get into animal farming. Make some animal pens near the house. Build a mage tower. We also said that one. So yeah, there is basically a lot of things that we still need to do, I guess. So yeah, maybe there is some other things that I would like to do also, but I think for the most part, those things regarding the villagers are kinda on hold, and we should focus more on exploring dimensions and getting to the Ender Dragon at some point. And at the same time, like upgrading our enchantment, upgrading our animals, do a lot of exploration, decorations, start Ars Nouveau, that will be a big one. So yeah, basically there is a lot to do, but we got to a quite decent place now with some amazing tools, so we can actually mine and gather things and enchant things and whatnot quite quickly and then infinitely repair those tools, which is amazing. Basically great tools and armor and quite big storage. It will help us greatly in the future. So yeah, thanks everyone who sticked around this episode. It was a bit different. It was mostly like explaining what I did because I played a lot during the weekend. I think I will also do some playing while not streaming also in the future. I'll try to stream at least the things that are interesting. Like if I do some Ars Nouveau or some enchantment upgrades and so on, I will try to stream and record that and then upload the video. But if I fail to do so, I will at least make the video afterwards and explain what I did. And I'll also make a video from time to time to just show what I did in the past. Or we can start the video off with showing what happened since the last episode and then continue with the episode or something like that. Because the thing is that Vault Hunters 1.18, I think, came out. So yeah, I'm watching a lot of the Vault Hunters SMP Season 3 things. And there is a bunch of streamers, so I'm watching that a lot, so it's hard to record videos or stream while also watching that. So that's why I will be doing a lot of offline things and then just record, I don't know, an episode a day or something like that. But yeah, I have quite some ideas still what I want to do, so I want to continue this series for probably at least another month, maybe even more. But yeah, my main idea is that I will be switching to playing Vault Hunters once it releases to the public, which should be... It's actually in about 3 weeks, but yeah, then I have some other things planned, so most likely I will start that at the start of December, which might be before this episode even comes out. We will see. But yeah, thanks everyone who is sticking around and who is watching. I really appreciate it, all of the likes, everything on YouTube, and hopefully I can keep doing this for a long time.